then we move into the point of the night that JC Styles wants to cover.
I think pretty much basically I watched the whole 2-hour Impact just to see this one promo. And for those of you who don't know, I'm very big on the X Division. For those of you who are watching this for the first time, I actually got into TNA for the X Division. You know, they gave the younger case talent time to go out there and just do what they did best. Hold on.
I just want to say the same thing that WCW did with the Cruiserweight division. That's why I love WCW so much. But please continue.
Yes. They gave the time out to they gave the time to the guys to go out there and do what they did best, and that was wrestle, high fly wrestling. You know that you had the X Division stars who went out there and wrestled a fantastic mat game, but also had the high-flying ability to back up their game in the ring. Whether it was taking it to the sky with AJ or Daniels, or whether it was the mat game with Samoa Joe, you knew if you saw either three of those guys on the card in an X Division match, you knew you were getting your money's worth. Whether you saw P.D. Williams, Sanjay Dutt, Jay Lethal, Consequences Creed, whether you saw Alex Shelley, Chris Sabin, Johnny Devine,
Kid Cash.
Sean Waltman, even pretty much early TNA days, Amazing Red,
Helix
Skipper, Senshi, aka Loki, for those of you who don't know, Caval in WWE. They gave and when I heard that when I heard tonight that Destination X is going to be an all X Division produced match, a show, I was like, all right, I'm definitely covering this segment on Impact. And AJ started coming out and talking about all the old X Division matches he had. He was the first ever X Division champion. He was presented the belt by Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, who was the original Intercontinental champion. Well, no, it wasn't the Intercontinental champion. Wasn't the original, but I think
Pat Patterson was the first Intercontinental champion. Yeah. He won in a wink,
a so-called tournament overseas
in Rio de Janeiro,
which never really happened.
South America, Brazil, but that never happened.
Getting back to the X Division. We go out there and you go and you see all these guys, and it's just their division. And when I heard Samoa Joe come out and he says, why not headline Samoa Joe and AJ? And then Christopher Daniels came out and said, why don't we do Christopher Daniels and AJ Styles one last time? We know what's going to happen. It's being booked already that it's going to be a triple threat, Joe, AJ, Daniels. And I'm looking forward to that match, because I love all three of those guys. They do what they do best, and they wrestle. AJ says said it in a Why Wrestling Matters. We are entertainment, but we also do what we do best, which is wrestling, and that's what matters. And I can't hit the nail, and he can't hit the nail on the head anymore. These guys on the card together in one match are going to produce one 5-star match. I'm hoping TNA Creative lets them go out there and tear the roof off and don't give them a time limit. That's why I'm kind of hoping that there's not too many matches on the card, so that way they can give more time to some of the stars to shine a little bit better.
Well, I think with a 2-hour and 40-minute card, they can easily give everybody 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And still have time for other things.
Which I would think that they would want to probably give the Ultimate X match at least 25 and give Joe and the triple threat, the AJ Joe Daniels, at least a half an hour time limit.
Yeah, 25 minutes, half an hour, I do agree. I would like to see nice long contests. And I think you hit, basically what you said was perfect. I don't really need to reiterate it for, the viewers. I mean, you basically took the words right out of my mouth. It's what we've been discussing, though, all night throughout Impact. I do have to say, though, I've enjoyed AJ Styles. I've enjoyed Christopher Daniels since they actually wrestled back in WCW in 2001. A lot of you guys probably don't know that. Go into YouTube, go up to the search box, just type in Christopher Daniels, WCW. You'll see some pretty good contests.
Same thing with AJ.
Same thing with AJ.
With Air Paris.
Air Paris, exactly. They actually were in the part of the first Cruiserweight title tournament. Air Raid was. And, WCW...
Cruiserweight Tag Team.
Cruiserweight Tag Team, excuse me. Yep, quite correct. And WCW was the place where you got to see the Cruiserweight shine for the first time. I mean, Eric Bischoff was instrumental in bringing this division in, and if they're letting him have a little bit of hand in Destination X, you can see a lot of the talent that's coming back. And that's where we move into, we do a quick promo with a returning talent, and then we move into our next match. So for the promo, we see RVD backstage talking about how he is basically X Division, and RVD
he was the first pioneer.
Back in the day, he was one of the first.
Well, in ECW, in ECW, Jerry Lynn was right there competing. When you saw Jerry Lynn on the ECW card, RVD wasn't far behind, and they had years of battles over the years between the two between RVD, Guilty as I think Hardcore Heaven, Guilty as Charged.
That's the one I was thinking. Hardcore Heaven was a legendary battle between the two of them.
Well, I would probably say all their battles were legendary.
Yeah, but Hardcore Heaven was an incredible event.
But last year we were supposed to get to see RVD and Jerry Lynn at Hardcore Justice, which we didn't because Jerry Lynn suffered a shoulder injury touring over. I think it was over for ROH for a couple of days. He wanted to finish all his dates up so we can come back to TNA and do a couple of things with TNA. The sidelined by the injury. They substitute Sabu. Now hopefully we get to see RVD and Jerry Lynn tear the roof off the house at Destination X in a 6-sided ring.
Yes, all matches will be fought in a 6-sided ring. So we have 3 matches left on the card. We're going to run through them and then wrap up our review of TNA Impact for 6/23/2011. So the next match is a 3-way dance, X Division. I guess it is the man who wins gets a spot?
Yeah,
at
the show.
At the show? Is that how it's working? Which is a shame because one of the competitors in this match was very strong. Dakota Darsow. His father is one half of Demolition Smash.
Fantastic tag team.
Oh, fantastic
legendary tag team up there with the Dudley Boys, Team 3D,
the Road Warriors,
the Road Warriors, the Hart Foundation, the Rockers, Rocky Maivia, Senior, Ronky Johnson, I'm sorry, and Tony Atlas. Just pure tag team wrestling, and that's when tag team wrestling was actually at its best in the 90s.
Oh, it sure was.
80s and 90s.
Tag team wrestling was really strong, and actually a lot of promotions back in the day were based more around tag team wrestling than they were around singles competitions.
Even WWE was up until at least 2007.
There was a lot more tag wrestling. There really was. And I hope they bring back that division because there's a lot of strong stars that could be featured. If you guys don't know, Smash also performed in WWE or WWF at the time as Repo Man. So his son, Dakota Darsow, went against this guy named Federico. I missed his last name.
I can't even pronounce it if I remember.
And then Shima Zion?
It was something like that.
It was something along those lines. They said it quick, so I tried to catch their names. It was an impressive match. These 3 guys, they all deserve a spot.
They stole the show.
Yeah.
They're probably the best match of the night.
They all deserve a spot at Destination X.
Yes.
They really do, and I hope in future weeks maybe they are given another opportunity. Then we moved into Mickey versus Winter. This was a short contest, but it was alright.
It was decent. I want to thank the cameraman for the nice crotch shot of Mickey James when she was on the stairs. It was definitely nice.
Oh, I do have to make one comment about this night. Dude, I easily counted different people. I heard the word bitch like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yes.
Okay. Not that that's a problem, but it was just funny. And then we move into the final match of the night. We see...
Oh, before, I think we actually missed the Knockouts tag match. ODB, Jacqueline.
No, we covered that at the beginning of the show.
Oh, did we?
We sure did.
I thought we missed over that.
Oh, but we could... Did we?
I think we did. But basically, the outcome of the match was Jacqueline gave Velvet a low blow, which there's really nothing there. And at least I hope not. Chris Sabin, you might have a surprise, buddy. Basically, Jacqueline and ODB won.
Yeah, Jacqueline ODB did pick up the win over Velvet Sky and Buns with his
If you follow Zack Ryder on YouTube, check his channel. He has episode 19 out. Last week he gave his father a cardboard cutout of Melina because his father's so obsessed with John Morrison. And actually, there was a segment with Melina where she did a video clip sent to him where he basically says, Zach, I don't know if you gave your father my number or he might have grabbed it off of your phone, but tell him to stop calling me. He's asking me a whole bunch of questions about the Palace of Wisdom all hours of the night. I already hear about this from from Johnny, the real John himself. And then you see like John Morrison in like his boxer shorts and his WrestleMania t-shirt walking over, and he's like, are you talking about the Zack Ryder on Long Island Ice? And he just starts laughing, and then all of a sudden Melina's like, if you don't give if I see your father and you in the gel store, there's only one thing that's gonna happen: slap, slap, slap. You know it. And it was just like a really funny video. Check it out, please. It's definitely funny. I'm not plugging Zack Ryder or anything. I am plugging Zack Ryder because he's funny as shit, and he's he's a fantastic talent. But it's funny, and basically she's like, P.S. Tell your dad to stop calling me. I mean it. and she jumps at the camera, and then Zack Ryder goes in and says, "Take care, spike your hair, woo woo woo," you know it. But check it out. His videos are 5 minutes. I mean, 5 minutes of comedy. I think that's, you know, I mean, I took the time out to go through an old Raw to find CM Punk. John, what are you doing? My diet soda. So I mean,
that was really funny though. John, my diet soda. John, you're spilling my diet soda.
John, what about my diet soda?
I mean, that was classic though. That was probably the best thing that was said in all of 2011.
Yeah, 2010.
That was 2010?
Yes.
All right, but for the final match of the night, we see the X Division champion Abyss in a non-title match go against the former TNA World Heavyweight Champion Sting. This is a pretty decent match back and forth. Midway in the match, though, we see Abyss pull out Art of War. I still don't understand who let Abyss get a copy of this book. I mean,
it don't even look like a copy of Art of War. It looks like just someone stuck like a leather backing and then like a whole bunch of like over like an already like written book. I don't know if it was actually the Art of War, because I don't think the Art of War would be that ghetto, because it's such a fantastic book from what I've heard. So I don't think it, unless it was like a pre-production copy, which
I think the Art of War has been around for hundreds of years, so that might be a really early copy. They might have gone all out and found him something special. But whatever have you, it was an alright contest.
This fucking glove with
this glove with barbed wire.
Channeling Mick Foley.
I know, man. This was total homage to the hardcore legend himself. They pull out this glove with barbed wire. Abyss goes to hit with it. Sting ends up getting it. Bam, he hits. The referee sees. He gets disqualified. Abyss picks up the win over Sting.
Yes.
And we
pretty much.
Abyss was cracked open, like you said when we were talking.
Government mule.
You gotta say it in a JR board, like government mule. And then I texted back to him. I was like, "Oh, he's stopping a mud hole, and what a slobber knocker!"
All right. Also, for those of you who are asking, well, not for the plug, but for a lot of you that are asking me and Brian numerous times on our videos, what is my Power Ranger channel? Go check my CM Punk video. It's CM Punk, new #1 contender.
I like how you said that numerous times.
Yes. Please check that video out. It has all of the links for the channel and for our FTW, F and True Entertainment. FTE, I'm sorry, F and True Entertainment.
You're watching FTW.
Yes. So subscribe, comment on that channel. Please subscribe to the Power Ranger channel. I'm uploading episodes daily. I didn't get to do any today, but I fell a little bit behind, but please check that out. Check out Most Extreme Wrestling, Crystal and Chronic.
Yeah, check out Most Extreme Wrestling. They had a little bit of difficulties with their net this week, but they will be back soon. They'll have something new up for you guys, so please check them out. Also check out WrestlingRevolution.com, which me and JC are members of the Revolution, for news, information, and all the members of the Revolution. They provide great reviews, and it's a fantastic channel, so please check them out. Their links are in the suggested channels on our channel page.
FTW t-shirts and F and True Entertainment t-shirts coming soon. Coming soon,
yes. You can get both the red and blue brands, as Joey likes to call them, Raw and SmackDown, as I like to call them Nitro and Thunder. So
please check please let when we come up with the first batch of shirts,
let us know.
Let us know what you're interested in.
We'll put out a video. And everybody who leaves comments. See, we live in a little end development here, and people find it necessary.
Gas. I can't help it, but anyway, jag off in the street, honking the horn. Why don't they just walk out the car?
So we got people honking. I got this jack off passing gas over here, and I'm trying to be serious doing this wrestling review.
So
we're
pretty much out of time. 25 minutes. So guys, like I said, please check out Most Extreme Wrestling, Brian Wrestling Revolution. It's not just wrestling, it's a revolution.
Yes, it is.
And please check out my Power Ranger Center.
Oh my God.
I don't know what the fuck that is. That ain't my fault. I didn't eat anything barely all day. So please check out Power Ranger Center, Most Extreme Wrestling, and Wrestling Revolution. For F and True Wrestling, JC Styles,
Brian Crazy.
And have yourselves a good night, and we'll see you over the weekend.
This shit stinks. Peace.